This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, like I said in the last episode, we're going to be talking on the mid-range area of the pandemic. So, yeah, previously on the last episode, I was talking on how the pandemic more so started for me, you know, and it started off bumpy. You know, that whole year of 2020 was just a bumpy year and stuff, but nah, man, eventually things did start opening up a little bit more. And I remember when, like, going back out and stuff, because I had to say, like, maybe during the summer, that's when, like, stuff was, like, somewhat opening up. But they like, that, for those that, you know, I don't know, because I don't know how, like, everybody across the world handled the pandemic and stuff, but I do know that stores were having, like, dang, that's crazy to think that it was like that. But they had the whole situation where you had to, like, line up outside the store, and they only allowed a limited amount of people. So yeah, there was a couple of times where I had to, like, wait outside the store and stuff, cause it was like, you know, they was like, nah, bro, it's only gonna be 5 people in this store, and you guys got a social distance and stuff. So it's like, don't be like, if I was like, so for an example, if I was like going into like Foot Locker or something, they have like these areas, these like stickers on the ground where it's like you have to stand there, they'll call you in, let you know. They were like, okay, there's like this area that's open, then there's this area that's open, but y'all can't be in the same area conversating and all that. So but anyways, but no, I was like, I did, like, I got masked up. I remember, I remember I went to the gas station because they was like, I think I was there getting me some Red Bulls. And I saw that they had some masks, and so I was like, all right, I think I already had some, because I remember my mom, she ordered some, and she got like an extra one, so she was like, all right, you know, yeah, sure, take it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you know. We eventually went out and got me a mask somewhere and stuff, because it was like every store, bro, every store in this world was selling masks. Zumiez was selling a mask. Target was selling a mask. The Dick's Sporting Goods store was selling masks. I think they were selling masks long before a mask was a thing. But every store that I would shop at had a mask. I think even GameStops, they were selling them and stuff. So yeah, every store in this world, they were making a living off of those masks. I guarantee and I promise you, if we added up how many masks have been bought throughout these past 3 years, I guarantee and I promise you it's in the billions. Because I'm like, nah, bro, people went crazy. So many different styles of masks and things. So, but anyways, so what was I saying? I was saying something. I just completely forgot. All right, you know, we were just going to improvise. So anyways, so yeah, like I did kind of like, you know, was shopping around a little bit, because I was like, okay, like I do want to, you know, continue what my life was like before then and things. So, but in places, that was the thing though, because I know people will probably ask, like, you know, the malls and stores that I would go to, like, were they like still, you know, or like, were they slow? Were they busy? No, surprisingly, there's this like really popular mall out here, and that mall, it stayed busy all throughout the pandemic. There was never a time where I went into that mall and it looked like this other mall that I would go to where it was like that mall was dead long before the pandemic. All right. I think there was a picture I remember. I think I took that picture right before the pandemic had started where it looked like a scene out of Dawn of the Dead. For those that remember that movie, the 2004 Dawn of the Dead. And I'm like, fam, that mall, it stayed. But the other mall, the more popular mall, that mall was always busy, bro. So anyways, we'll go to that mall, shop around a little bit, still wearing the mask. I was all like, and that was another thing, because I know that was the ongoing. Let's just talk about like the mask stuff, because now we're deep into the pandemic. They told everybody we gotta wear a mask everywhere we gotta go. Why were there people talking about, oh, I can't wear a mask, I got breathing issues, I can't, it gets hot, I just can't wear a mask and things? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, would you rather have it, okay, where you have these quote-unquote breathing issues or have actual legitimate breathing issues? Because I guarantee and I promise you right now, having COVID, it ain't fun, bruh. Luckily, I was, fortunate enough to, it was a full-blown blessing, thank God. But yeah, it was, I only had like a mild, even though they say that it was mild, I was like, bro, I was going through it, okay? Like, nah, having COVID, even a mild case of COVID, it is still a serious thing, all right? And it is scary. So, but we'll get to that probably in the next episode, because that was more so towards the end of the pandemic and stuff. So, but anyways, places was opening up. I was going out and I was shopping around a little bit. And, everybody was wearing a mask, like from the employees, from customers, from everybody. They was all wearing a mask. But yeah. But no, tell me why people was like, oh, I can't wear a mask. Like watching videos, bruh. Watching videos of people like, oh, I can't wear a mask. It's too hot. I'm like, fam, I remember it was in 2020 where we had like some like really like bad like smoke from the forest fires and stuff. Like I'm telling you, like there was days where I would like go up to the store because I'm like, oh, okay, like this is when I was like drinking Red Bulls like crazy and stuff. So anyways, go up to the store, go and like get me a Red Bull, wearing my mask whole time. I was like, whole time, sidewalk, everywhere, bro. Like, no, it's because there was a day I remember where it was like really smoky outside. And now like the sky was like, had like this like sunset-ish, orange, reddish type color and things going on. And no, I remember I wore my mask all the way from my house all the way up to the store. And that store is some distance, bro. It is some distance. All right, but yeah, just get my steps in, exercising, going out, because I was like I think, I said that in the last episode, I was getting bored being in the house, so no, I had started exercising like crazy. Like, I think it was in late 2020, that's when I had really started like jogging and, just doing like just some crazy, bro, when I tell you guys like how crazy I was exercising, and it just came out of nowhere, you guys would have thought that I had just started taking steroids or something, the way I was out doing 5-mile jogs, freaking what else, doing 300 push-ups every day, bro. I'm telling you, I worked out. The amount of like working out I did, I had set myself for like the good like next few years of working out, and I'm like, nah, bro. But no, man, I no, don't get me wrong. I love exercising. Exercising is fun. It was something that I just remember I used to do a lot when I was in high school. And then I kind of stopped because I was like, especially working at that cafe, I was like, bruh, that was an exercise itself, working at that cafe, from lifting, cardio. Like, bro, I'm telling you, if I had like a Fitbit watch when I was working at that place, I'm telling you, bruh, it definitely would have been a situation where I was all like, you've exceeded your amount of steps today. I'm like, you stepping a little bit too much. But anyways, but yeah, so I do remember just going to places, literally everywhere, just wearing a mask. I was like, if I'm around people, I'm wearing a mask. And I think the only time when I wouldn't wear a mask was when I was outside exercising, because it wasn't a lot of people. But even if I did go outside and then I was around people, I'll hold my breath. I know my thing is this, and I still do this till this day. If I go out somewhere and I'm like, I try to like make sure of it that I do remember to bring a mask. But if I don't bring a mask, I hold my breath. I literally hold my breath until I feel comfortable to where I'm like, I don't need to hold my breath no more. And that is even today with the pandemic not even really being serious anymore. You catch me going on the bus. I'm like, cause that's why I usually will get a mask from. Like, if I'm like, okay, if I ain't got my mask on me, I'll go on the bus. No, bro, I'll go on that bus. Like, before I even step onto the bus, I'll just get me a good deep breath. I'm like, fam, you would thought like I was like diving into the ocean or something, the way I be holding my breath. And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not letting out no air that got locked into my body until something is covering my mouth and nose. When I look, bro, because I'm like, when I was a kid, and just overall, like just pleading my case and things. But when I was a kid, though, no, I had like this form of asthma. I can't remember the exact name of it, but yeah, it was at times where I would like wake up on like a breathing machine, because it was like, yeah, it was it was just that asthma would kick in, and I was all like, dang, bro, it would be some like scary nights, and I'm all like, I'll wake up because I'm like, what is going on and stuff. And so anyways, but yeah, I was like, but that was like when I was a kid. And so you would think like, okay, like I would try to like use that as an excuse, because when you are so used to going out into like places and not wearing a mask, I know for some, yeah, they're all like, I don't want to do that, I don't want to wear a mask, because yeah, you might have that one person where they're all like, oh, I just did my makeup and I don't want my mask to ruin my makeup and things. I'm like, okay, if that was some people's reasons, what's more serious, okay? You laying on your dick, because I'm saying, I don't think a lot of people was paying attention to COVID. I don't think a lot of people was paying attention to, because when I tell you guys I was watching the news and seeing all the different things that people was having to go through, bruh, it left me scared. It had me shook like that. And that's why I was like, because I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, I wasn't even treating it seriously. But after some months, bro, I'm telling you, like mid-pandemic, masked up, hand sanitizer up, freaking, I'll go into stores and be like, hey, can I use this hand sanitizer real quick? They're like, yeah, sure. Bro, to have it where my hands is layered. I even got some hand sanitizer now, but I'm all like, I make sure my hands are layered in hand sanitizer and stuff. And so yeah, I was like, anytime when I remotely, people, they get the coughing, sneezing, walk away from that area, I'm like, bro, when I'm telling you guys, it just changed my perspective on everything, okay? So, yeah, it was like going out and about, going out to the general public and things. Like, yeah, it was just pretty much, I was like, still doing the same thing that I was doing before. Because, yeah, people get the coughing and sneezing. I would walk in a different direction and stuff. But, no, like, but like now, I'm like, it's just pretty much the same thing, just with me wearing a mask. I'm trying to think, though. I can't remember if I did wear gloves when I would go out in public. If I did, I don't remember. I don't think I did. If I did, it probably was like one time and that was it and things. But other than that, because nothing was trusted. You would hear where it's all like grocery stores, they had to like close down because there's like, a COVID case broke out. Somebody had COVID in this store. So it's like they got closed down the store. All these other different, then the paper towel and the toilet paper shortages and stuff. All these other shortages, things going, being overpriced. Because no, I had got my Xbox. It like kind of like, yeah, somewhat in the middle of the pandemic and things. So anyways, I told the Xbox story because I was like, bruh, I just knew that it was going to probably be harder to get an Xbox Series X and things. So anyways, I remember I woke up, got my got dressed, got ready, because I was like, nah, bro, I'm showing up, because there was like, I knew Walmart was gonna have some Xboxes. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up early, get dressed, get ready, all that stuff, going to get my Xbox. All right, so anyways, I told this story before, but anyways, go all the way up there just to get turned back, because they was like, oh, we're not selling them, like it's an online thing and stuff. So I was like, bro, is you serious? I'm like, I gotta go all the way back home. I'm like, I can't just pay for it right here, and then it's, y'all just do your online stuff. I'm like, man, that is some weird stuff, bro. So anyways, and that's how a lot of things were. It was like you was having to buy things online before you could even go into a store and things. And so anyways, Because I feel like if this would have probably been like before the pandemic, they probably would have had it set up where it's like, yeah, you know, like, because I think that was another reason was because they probably didn't even have a whole lot. Because the reason why I say that is because, all right, so they said, I remember them saying that at 9 o'clock, that's when the online store was going to open up and that you would be able to purchase an Xbox. So I remember I was sitting at the computer waiting. I was like 8:58. I'm like locked in, waiting for everything to, you know, go through. 8:59, I'm like, okay, it's go time. I'm like, I'm getting ready. 9 o'clock hit, fam, rapid clicking. You would have thought I was playing like a video game the way I was clicking on my computer and stuff. Got my Xbox, and then, no, when I went and refreshed the page, gone. All gone. And I'm like, I don't know if I was like the first and last to buy it or what the situation was, but I was like, bruh, I just remember going up there, getting it, and then, bro, there was this area that they had took me to at that Walmart, and I'm like, bro, that area is so peaceful. Like, that's the thing that people need to understand is that there are, like, when you go to a Walmart, it's just like a peaceful area where I'm like, bruh, if a zombie apocalypse happens, I'm like, I'm just closing. I'm like, just leave me in this area. I'm getting like towels and tarps, putting them up. I'm getting like a lamp and a TV, and I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna be sitting in that back part, like, make sure I got like some cameras, you know, in case of them zombies try to rush in and stuff. But I'm like, fam, I'm making sure of it that's my area. All right, I'm claiming that area in case of a zombie apocalypse happens, because at this point, I don't know. The thing is this: anything can happen. A zombie apocalypse could possibly be on our radar. I don't know. I want to believe that it won't happen, but bro, I'm like, when COVID took over, bro, I'm telling you, like mid-pandemic. Oh, then I did talk on that a little bit with wrestling. So yeah, wrestling did change. It did have it where they was like showing the monitors. AEW had like the wrestlers in training as the fans. And then what are some other things? Oh yeah, movies, TV shows, video games. Bunch of different stuff getting delayed, and I'm like, bruh, like, and I have to say, like, I feel like with gaming, it just kind of declined, like with COVID and stuff, because I'm like, yeah, it's like you had where developers, because I remember when Black Ops Cold War, that was like the first like pandemic Call of Duty and stuff, and all the content didn't come out for it and stuff at the time being, but then as the time went on, then a little bit more content had came out, then it got better and things, and then what was it, that next one was Vanguard. And then, yeah, Vanguard was like, it really wasn't all that and stuff. I think people probably, if anything, probably just played the story and just left it at that. What else? And then, yeah, Modern Warfare 2. I was like, you would have thought that was like the first Call of Duty that they worked on, as bad as that Call of Duty was and things. But, yeah, that was in 2022. But, yeah, 2021, I would have to say, like, then that was another thing where it was like, I know people was like, you know, you did say you was mentally going through it, like, you was going through depression and stuff. So, yeah, 2021, it was, like, getting better. You know, even in, like, 2022, like, it still was, like, getting somewhat better and things. And then 2021, I'll have to say, like, I was, like, in a path of, like, you know, like rebuilding myself and things. And so yeah, you know, things did get better and things. And then 2022, I had to say, yeah, it was like stuff was like, it was okay. Like, you can see that damage was done, but like it was somewhat built and things, like, so. And even it's like that now, like, you know, you see some, like, you know, cuts, bruises, scratches, all that stuff. Like, you see some damage, but like, you know, I'm better than I was 3 years ago and stuff. So, but anyways, what other things was going on mid-pandemic? I feel like when was the end to? I feel like 2022 was like, that was the way of like people saying like that was the end of the pandemic and stuff, because yeah, people were still going out and about, people wasn't really, so yeah, I had to say probably when they lifted the mask mandates and had where it's like people didn't have to wear a mask anymore, and you still see people wearing a mask and stuff, like it's very very rare, but I had to say that's probably when the pandemic, so I'm gonna talk on, you know, what was going on in that time frame and stuff, so yeah, that'll probably be 2022. And then a little bit of this year and things. But I mean, like, stuff hasn't really happened, you know, with COVID. I'm like, oh man, did they even talk about COVID this year? I feel like they didn't even talk about COVID this year. I feel like COVID was just, there are so many other things going on in this world. Yeah, it was like there was no talks about, I feel like there was no talks about COVID this year. So, But anyways, and that being said, there was people they still got it and things. So yeah, because I was like, there was a couple of people that I follow where they had said that they got COVID and stuff. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service. And make sure you follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.